2019. And it's been 20 years.
No one's been able to identify the mysterious man in white.
You fell for a prank!
Of Kevin, Virginia, and Jason. 20 years of laughs. 20 years of community.
Thank you guys so much because you're a really big part of what Little Smiles does every single year. Thank you.
Listen weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, some people in the chat room were saying, yeah, here at KVJ, they're doing their 20-year anniversary day. Yeah, it was back on May 7th in 1999. Virginia and I first got on the air for the very first time together. And I remember that was right after we'd done the Man in White whole promotion where we gone out and I dressed in a white tuxedo and I was handing out $100 bills at Sunfest, and then we wound up doing it at the Gardens Mall, and we had that little dinky little kind of like riot thing that broke out, and
a small riot.
Yeah, it got a little crazy there. And
I don't know, I've seen the footage. You guys should be proud. That was a pretty good sized riot for Gardens.
And hundreds show up at a local mall for a chance at free $100 bills. We'll show you what happened next. Stay with us.
Also ahead, passing out C-notes with a smile. Who is this generous guy, and why was he told to stop handing out $100 bills, or was he at a local mall? We'll talk about that. First, here's John.
And he said he was giving away cash at the mall. He earns the right to be on the Fox newsreel later.
He didn't have any money to give you. You fell for a prank. Go home. It's over. Have a good day.
Chaos tonight at Gardens Mall after a guy announces on the radio he will give away C-notes at 7. Lots of people who didn't get any believed him.
Several hundreds of people, yeah.
That's a lot.
Kind of swarmed the escalators. I came down, and they had to whisk me to the back end of the Gardens Mall there. They have kind of like a temporary jail, I found out.
They do. Gardens Jail.
Oh, I know. I've been there.
Yeah.
You've been to the mall jail?
I have been, yeah, for doing tomfoolery for the show.
Yeah, so I got in mall jail, and it was so chaotic. Some people were breaking through the back end trying to find me to get the money, and they were like, it was insane. People were running through and they were trying to get people out of the back halls that were running loose through the entire. So they were not happy because of all the chaos that the whole thing created, and they wound up banning me for life, which probably was a good call. And then we kind of got that figured out about 5 years later, about the time that Jbird joined the show. But some people were trying to figure out, so how exactly did the KVJ show get together? And some people are throwing out their own theories and what had happened. And we talked about it a little bit before, but basically what it was Virginia and I had met in her home city of New Orleans there. We had a radio convention that was going on, and I was there, and it was before I'd even been really offered the job here in South Florida. And so I wound up meeting her. I remember one time I was out with a bunch of my raucous friends out in the French Quarter, and I had a Jester hat on that you're able to buy at one of those stores.
A few people in your group had Jester hats on. And
okay.
You were really drunk.
We were, yes.
You were, even by New Orleans standards, over drunk.
I think, were they carrying me up
They were.
Yeah, they were carrying me.
They were carrying you like you had been crowd surfing, but they weren't very strong.
Yes, I know. Yes, and they were. Yeah, so when you have people that are not very strong and they're drunk,
you got like chicken arm people trying to hold you up.
It wasn't the best strategy. So I probably wound up on the floor. And so Virginia saw me coming in. That was the first time she really had laid eyes on me. There, and even for Virginia standards, she's like, "Oh, what a drunk!"
I was like, "Those guys are a mess."
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And we were, yeah. And so that was kind of how we first met. Was right there,
because you were there with your show from
Kansas City.
I was there with my morning show from Mississippi.
Right.
So we were both on different shows at a morning show like conference that they have. Like learning how to be better DJs.
And I knew the guy that you were on the show with. And
right.
So when I was looking around to try to find somebody to join me in South Florida, you guys were not currently on the air. And so he had said, hey, talk to Virginia about this. I think she'd be great for you.
Yes. I had gotten fired because I mouthed off to the company owner.
Imagine that, huh?
The owner, huh?
Well, I got fired, and then everybody else got fired 2 weeks later. I mean, it was coming. The gauntlet was coming, and so I was not going to go out without a blaze of glory.
Yeah, you want a little bit of fireworks.
I did.
For a grand finale.
How long into with doing a show with Virginia did you realize she was insane?
Oh, I knew just talking to her.
On the phone?
Yeah, just on the phone. So we had these conversations that went on. I was already in South Florida. And I was here kind of getting everything all together and planning the show and putting it together and trying to figure out who my co-host was going to be. And so Virginia and I would have these lengthy conversations, and we just kind of like clicked. And I wanted people that were going to be entertaining, because I had this belief a lot of times we were kind of in the place in radio where people wanted people to be polished. And they wanted it to sound like professional broadcasting. I was like, no, I just want a bunch of derelicts on the air that are like, just have all kinds of personal problems and issues and are going to be very spicy and entertaining.
Boy, you really missed out, huh? You really didn't get anybody.
I know, right? So that was my, philosophy on doing a good show is you put entertaining people on, just stick microphones in front of their face, and then something's going to happen. And so as I continued to talk to Virginia, I was like, okay, she's got issues. She's got things to talk about. She's not shy.
I love it.
She got everything you want. So I'm like, it's all good.
Are you opening a beer?
Hey, to people with issues.
Twisted, what's a tea?
A twisted tea?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not a beer?
Yeah.
It's a tea? Oh, jeez.
Was one of the requirements not able to read for this job?
Yeah.
Why do we have a tea in there?
Yeah, we did not. Yeah, we
Our friends from the Pizzle brought us a whole bunch of beer the other day.
Yeah.
They loaded up the fridge, and some of it's tea, twisted tea, some of it's beer.
Yeah, literacy was not a requirement here for the job. So that's all good. Did you find an actual beer there? What do you got there? What is that?
I don't know. Is it? I don't want tea.
Boy,
That's beer.
Okay.
That's a beer.
We got a
That's-
tricky fridge for Jbird over here. He just...
Read it. It's a blonde ale. It's
Virginia,
a beer.
how am I going to know that the beer fridge that people brought beer for us has tea mixed in?
It says tea on the thing. Hold it up to KVJ TV.
I don't want to.
Hold it
It's
up.
a pretty simple word. It's
Hold it up.
3 letters.
Twisted tea,
Twisted
but why do we
tea.
have tea mixed in with the beer?
It's alcohol.
Oh, okay. All right. You're confusing me. You're telling me it's tea.
It's tea, but it's got booze in it.
All right, well, that's not tea then.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Now I'm double fisting.
yeah, you are. You got 2 beverages open. He might be hammered by 8.
No, I'm going to be responsible.
Wait, what'd you say? Say that louder, because you didn't really say it very loud and convincing. I'm going to what?
He didn't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't really. He had no conviction that I'm going to be responsible. Yeah. So that's kind of how it all began. So we started with that, and then 5 years later, we added Jbird to the show. And we've gone through many producers. A lot of people remember the intern and Matt and Alf days, and even, intern Todd that we had. And Jbird really was the first time we had a full-time person in that position, and we did a hunt for him where we did a contest, and we had 5 people, and then Jbird wound up winning that contest out of 5 local people.
You're a star,
Yeah.
snack bar.
And there we go. Since then, we've been together for 15 years. So today's the official 20th anniversary of the KVJ Show. So thanks, everybody. And we got to meet so many of them at Rosalita's that have been around for pretty much just that long. And a lot of people were in the 20-year club. So really cool. And we appreciate everybody that's been with us for so long. And coming up on Friday, we always love hanging out with you. And we're going to be doing that again. We're going to be doing a live show for Jbird's birthday at the Das Craft Beer and Pizza on Ocean Walk and Singer, 6 to 8 on Friday. So come on out and say hello.
It's right there along the beach, Singer Island. It is a fun spot. It really is. Got the best when it comes to craft beer.
Good pizza, too, man. I am singing its praises with the pizza. I loved it, Kevin.
They have
You
this
did, huh?
mac and cheese pizza that we had never seen before, and it was delicious.
Well, people have done a mac and cheese pizza before, but a lot of times it's done with crappy mac and cheese. People know what pizza place I'm talking about when I say that, by the way.
They
But
do?
Yes,
Okay.
they do. A
Okay.
place that serves crappy. It's crap and cheese instead of mac and cheese. It's not very good.
Okay.
People know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well,
I hope.
So the good mac and cheese pizza, we will get it on Friday
Yes.
at Das Beer Garden on Singer Island. We're doing 6 to 8. It's going to be a live podcast, too.
yep.
By the way, this tea that is
Twisted?
spiked tea, it's very good.
Okay, it's refreshing, right?
It's kind of refreshing.
It is
So
refreshing.
you hated it, now you love it.
Well, I only hated it because you started publicly shaming me. I got tea.
Yeah.
It's not beer. You can't read.
There we go. So we got some good stuff. So thanks again to everybody who's been with us, for all the lovers, and even for the haters.
hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Kevin would be just so handsome if you put on a mask. I really like his voice. I just really hate how his face looks. And I was so disappointed when I finally saw him. His poor wife.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you the KVJ Show.
When is Kevin going to get his head out of his ass and finally fire that annoying B. Virginia? She's a butt-ugly, unfunny, shallow alcoholic. The best way to improve her looks is remove her face.
You hate the KVJ Show.
Jason has the weirdest looking chin. It looks like a hairy ass. His bloated, wrinkled face makes his ass chin look even more odd. His beard is equally as awful. I actually hate looking at his face. And I stuttered.
You hate the KVJ Show.
I finally went online to see pictures of Denny's. Damn, he looks like he's missing a chromosome. I thought he smoked pot, not meth. Hashtag Denny's got meth face.
Oh, boy.
No, you
hate
don't.
us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ Show.
I noticed that all the hateful comments are now so long we can't fit it into the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to edit these.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for sticking with the KVJ show.